Duane, our team is wired to find a better way.
Yeah.
What drives that mindset for us, and why do we choose to do things maybe in a harder way and not settle for anything less?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think when we first opened the doors a little over 5 years ago, we started with 8 people, right? And we knew that there was a better way, that the industry in itself was a great industry, right? But we knew that there was a better way to do things that would allow us to better serve clients and the communities, and then also finding a better way to take care of ourselves internally as employees and team members, right? So I think that was just something that we set out to do from day one, and when we started with 8 people, and now I believe we're around 107 or 108 people, that takes time, one, to grow to that number, but what you don't want to do is grow too fast, right, at one given moment. So you want to be able to add on new team members and really make sure that they understand that culture, because that is the basis and the foundation of who we are. And I know you've spoken on this earlier, but when you have a team that really focuses on each other first, make sure that a new team member understands, one, what the industry is about, right, and what we want to do to provide for our clients, and then really understand in the culture and the manner that we go about doing that. And so that's kind of our progression. It's making sure that we understand, one, and first and foremost, the job that we're doing, the industry, but then really why we do it and how we can work better together to find a better way. And that better way could be how we deliver a deliverable to a client, or how we help with someone internally with learning and promotion for another career, but it's all the same premises. So when you start with 8 people and you add additional people in a cadence that allows you to have that nucleus of that culture to be consistent, and everybody sees how that function happens on a day-in consistent basis, then as you add people to it, you don't lose the value of that nucleus, right, of how we go about operating. And so I think that's just a mindset that it started with 8 initial members of the company, and that's something that we've been very protective of as we have grown, to make sure that each new team member sees that modeled. And then from there, when things happen or changes happen and we can stay agile and adapt to the industry or adapt to a change in clients' needs, then it's easier for us to do that, even though we are a little bit larger now with 110 people. So I think it's just the mindset of the initial founders that have really been able to stay and hold strong, and people have seen it consistently displayed on a day in and day out basis, and they have bought into that. And so that's a credit to not just the initial 8 members, but it's a credit to each new team member that we've added over the last 5.5 years. And so I think that's what's going to continue to allow Impact to continue to grow and thrive and support and take care of our internal members, but then also really be able to help also with our clients in the end. So I'm excited. I love doing that on a day-in-and-day basis and be a part of that, and really have seen people take ownership of that culture and finding a better way. And we're used to it, right? So I love it when I see people talking, collaborating. Hey, here's a problem, here's an issue, and then they go find the people that's important to help make that solution. And what it was used to be the initial 8 people. Well, now, when those solutions are happening, these people are so well prepared that a lot of times those initial 8 members aren't even a part of that discussion anymore. So it's really cool to see kind of the changing of that guard. But the things are the same, right? So that's really exciting.